I was younger, I used to think that one big chance would change my whole life. I imagined maybe one day I would meet the right person. Maybe one day I would get the perfect job, or maybe one day luck would come to me. But as time went by, I understood something important. It does not change because of one lucky moment. Life changes because of what you do every single day. Many people want success, but they keep waiting. Waiting for the right time, waiting for money, waiting for motivation. But the truth is, if you keep waiting, you keep losing. Success is not about waiting. It is about making. And how do you make? By creating habits that move you forward each day. Let me tell you, talent is good, habits are stronger. You can be very smart, but if you have no discipline, you will lose to someone who is average but steady. You can dream big, but if you don't take small steps daily, those dreams will stay only in your mind. Success is like health. You cannot go to the gym one day and expect muscles. But if you go every day, even for 20 minutes, in 1 year you will see results. That is the strength of habits. I know many young people ask me how to change their life, how to succeed. And I always tell them, stop thinking too much about tomorrow. Start improving today. Today you build good habits. Tomorrow will handle itself. Habits are strange at the beginning. They look very small. Waking up early, reading for 30 minutes, working on your goals, writing at night, it feels like nothing changes. But after a few months or 1 year, suddenly you see you are not the same person. People around you will ask, how did you do this? And you will know it was not a miracle. It was the small habits you repeated every single day. My friends, success is not a secret. It is not only for lucky people. It is a formula. If you want to change your life forever, you must follow the formula. And this formula is made of 3 daily habits. These habits look simple, but they are powerful. They will give you control. They will give you focus. They will give you wisdom. So if you truly want to change your life, stop waiting for tomorrow. Start today, because your future is built by what you do daily. In the next part, I will share the 3 daily habits that can completely change your life. If you understand them and practice them, your life will never stay the same again. When people think about success, many imagine something huge, something magical, something that happens suddenly. They think one big choice, one big chance, or one lucky break will change everything. But life is not like that. Success is never about one moment. Success is built slowly, quietly, and steadily through the strength of daily habits. If you look at people who have reached greatness, you will see it was not one big jump that brought them there. It was thousands of small steps they took each day. The problem is most people ignore small habits because they don't see results right away. If you go to the gym today and exercise for 1 hour, you won't see muscles tomorrow. If you read 1 book tonight, you won't wake up wise the next morning. If you save some money today, you won't be rich next week. Because the results of habits are hidden in the beginning, people lose patience. They say it is not working, so they quit. But those who continue, who repeat small steps day after day, are the ones who finally see big changes. Think about water dripping on a rock. 1 drop does nothing. If water keeps falling in the same place for years, even the hardest rock will change shape. Habits are just the same. One action may look small, repeating it makes it powerful. That is why small habits are more important than big ideas. Big dreams without daily habits are only wishes. Small habits done with discipline can turn impossible dreams into reality. When I was younger, I saw many talented people who were smarter and more skilled than me. They had no discipline. They worked hard for a few days and then stopped. They started things with excitement, but gave up when results did not come fast. They wasted their talent. On the other hand, I saw people with very simple skills, but they had strong habits. They woke up early. They worked daily. They kept learning. They stayed steady. Step by step, they became successful. That is when I learned talent is nice, but habits are stronger. The biggest power of daily habits is that they grow over time. This is called compounding. Compounding means results keep adding and growing. Just like money in the bank, if you save a little every day, in 1 month it looks small, in 1 year it looks bigger, 10 years it becomes huge. In the same way, if you spend time on small habits like reading, practicing skills, or taking care of health, they look small at first, but later they become life-changing. The difference between someone who learned 1 hour a day for 10 years and someone who did nothing is not one step. It is like a mountain. But here is the problem. Most people don't like small habits. They are boring. They don't give excitement. People like shortcuts. They want quick results. That is why they give up early. But those who have patience to repeat small habits daily, even when no one sees, reach heights others only dream about. Habits don't ask you to be perfect. They only ask you to be steady. Even if you do little every day, the results will be bigger than you think. Look at successful business people, athletes, artists, or leaders. Their secret is not doing amazing things once in a while. Their secret is doing simple things every day without fail. Waking up early, practicing their work, keeping discipline, learning daily. These are small habits, but they created amazing lives. The real strength is not in one big push, in small pushes repeated daily. If you want to change your life, don't only think of the big goal. Break it into daily habits. Ask yourself, can I do today to make tomorrow better? Can I spend 30 minutes improving my skill? Can I write my goals in the morning? Can I reflect for 10 minutes at night? These actions are small, but if you do them daily, they will build your future. The great thing about habits is that they are possible for everyone. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need powerful contacts. You just need discipline. Every person has the same 24 hours. The real question is, how do you use them? If you waste them on distractions, your life will not change. If you invest them in habits, your life will change completely. Remember this, habits build your future quietly. You may not see the results today. One day you will realize your small steps created a big change. People will say you are lucky, but you will know it was not luck, it was habits. If you ask me what separates dreamers from achievers, I will tell you it is not intelligence, not talent, not luck. It is discipline. Discipline is the root of growth. Without discipline, even the best ideas stay only ideas. Without discipline, even the biggest chances will slip away. Without discipline, success cannot last because success is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle that needs consistency. When I was younger, I saw many people with big potential. They spoke about dreams every day. They had creative ideas. They had energy. But very few succeeded. Why? Because they had no discipline. They could not wake up early. They could not stay focused on one thing for long. They could not manage their feelings or avoid distractions. They wanted success. They did not want the hard work that comes before success. And that is why their potential never became real. Discipline is like the base of a building. If you want to build a tall skyscraper, you must first dig deep and make a strong base. Nobody notices the base. It is hidden. But if the base is weak, the building will fall down no matter how good it looks from the outside. In the same way, discipline is not always seen by others. People may not notice the early mornings, the sacrifices, or the temptations you resist. But these unseen acts of discipline are what make your growth possible. Without them, you cannot stand strong when challenges come. Let me tell you something, motivation is temporary, but discipline lasts. Motivation is like a spark. It gives you energy for a short while. Maybe you watch a motivational video, to an inspiring talk, and suddenly you feel powerful. But after 1 day or 2 days, that feeling fades away. Discipline is different. Discipline means you show up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline means you work when you are tired, when you are not in the mood, when nobody is watching. That is why discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation can start you, but discipline keeps you moving. Discipline is also about self-control. If you cannot control your habits, your emotions, your time, then someone else will control them for you. Many people fail not because they don't have dreams, but because they cannot control their distractions. They waste hours on social media, on gossip, on things that do not shape their future. Then they say, "I don't have time." But the truth is they lost their time because they had no discipline. A person with discipline manages his time instead of being managed by it. Growth in life is never easy or comfortable. If you want to grow, you must step outside your comfort zone. And this is where discipline plays the biggest role. Discipline pushes you to wake up early when you want to stay in bed. Discipline makes you practice when you feel lazy. Discipline helps you keep going when you want to give up. Without discipline, you will always choose comfort, and comfort kills growth. With discipline, you choose progress over comfort, and that is how you grow. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people who both want to learn English. The first person studies for 2 days, then skips for a week, then studies again when he feels like it. The second person studies every day for just 30 minutes without missing a day. After 1 month, they both look the same. But after 1 year, the disciplined person speaks fluently while the other is still struggling. This is the power of discipline. It turns small actions into big results. Discipline also builds your character. When you keep promises to yourself, you begin to respect yourself more. You build trust in your own strength. You stop doubting whether you can achieve something because you know you have the discipline to stay consistent. And people around you see this too. They start trusting you because they see you as someone who finishes what he starts, someone who does what he says. This reputation of discipline becomes your power in work, in relationships, and in life. Some people say discipline is hard. Yes, it is. Waking up early is hard. Saying no to distractions is hard. Working when you are tired is hard. Not having discipline is even harder. Struggling with money is hard. Regretting wasted years is hard. Living without reaching your potential is hard. So in life, you must choose your hard. Discipline is hard, but it leads to growth and success. Lack of discipline is also hard, but it leads to failure, regret, and sadness. Which one do you want? Friends, remember this. Success is not about doing great things once in a while. It is about doing simple things again and again every day. And that requires discipline. If you want to grow in your career, in your business, in your life, build discipline first. It is the base that supports everything else. With discipline, even average people achieve greatness. Without discipline, even talented people waste their lives. So build your discipline. Practice it every day because discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. If you cross that bridge, you will find growth and success waiting for you on the other side. One of the biggest mistakes people make in life is that they think too short term. They want results today, success tomorrow, and they want comfort right now. But true success does not work that way. If you want to build something meaningful, something that lasts, learn to think long term. The mindset of long-term vision is what separates those who achieve great things from those who remain average. When I began my journey, I saw that most people quit too early. They expect results too fast. They start a project, and after a few months they say it is not working. They begin learning a skill, and after a few weeks they get frustrated. They want everything quickly. But life rewards those who can see beyond today, who can give up short-term comfort for long-term gain. If you want success, you must stop asking how fast will I see results and start asking what will I achieve in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years if I keep going. Long-term vision is about patience. Think of a farmer. When he plants seeds, he does not expect fruit the next day. He knows it will take months of care, watering, and protection before the plants give him anything. But many people in life act like impatient farmers. They plant seeds today and dig them out tomorrow because they cannot wait. That is why they never see results. Long-term vision means trusting the process, believing that your efforts will pay off, even if the results are not quick. Another important part of long-term vision is learning to accept failure as part of the journey. You only think short-term, failure feels like the end. But if you think long-term, failure is just a step, just a lesson. Every mistake becomes part of your growth. I faced rejection in the early days. If I had thought short term, I would have quit. But I believed in the long term. I knew these rejections were temporary. My vision was permanent. That is why I continued. Most young people today want shortcuts. They want to start a business and become rich in 1 year. They want to learn a skill and master it in 1 month. They want respect and success without paying the price. But shortcuts never build strong bases. Term vision requires consistency, and consistency requires patience. You may not be the fastest, but if you do not quit, you will be the one who lasts. And in life, the one who lasts is the one who wins. Long-term vision also changes the way you make choices. If you think only about today, you choose comfort. You eat unhealthy food because it feels good now. You waste time because it entertains you now. You avoid hard work because it feels painful now. But if you think long-term, you choose discipline. You eat healthy because you see your future health. You use your time wisely because you see your future growth. You work hard today because you see the reward tomorrow. Long-term vision makes you smarter in your daily actions. Look at successful companies. They are not built in 1 year. They are built over decades with long-term vision guiding each step. Look at successful leaders. They don't make choices based on what is easy now. They think about the future, what will last. This is why long-term thinkers always rise higher than short-term thinkers. But let me also tell you, long-term vision is not simple. It means you must face difficulties without always seeing quick rewards. It means you must trust yourself even when others don't believe in you. It means you must stay focused while others lose attention. People might laugh at you in the beginning, but if you hold on to your vision, one day those same people will respect you. Term vision is also about believing in tomorrow even when today feels tough. Many times in life, things will not go as you want. You will meet problems, failures, and disappointments. If you only think about the short term, you will give up. But if you look at the long term, you will see that these problems are only temporary. They are steps in the journey, not the finish. This belief gives you the strength to keep going. So if you want to achieve something big, ask yourself, where do I want to be 10 years from now? What kind of person do I want to become? What memory do I want to leave behind? Once you answer these questions, shape your daily habits around that vision. Every small action you take should move you closer to that future. Even if it feels small now, in 10 years it will look huge. My friends, never ignore the power of long-term vision. It is the mindset that turns normal people into great leaders. It is what helps you stand strong when others walk away. It is what gives meaning to your hard work today. If you can think beyond today, if you can give up small comfort for big gains later, there is nothing you cannot reach. Remember this, success is not about winning fast. It is about lasting long. The person who sees far will always travel further. Build your long-term vision. Stay with it and let it guide every step of your path. Your future will thank you for the patience, discipline, and vision you show today. At first, building habits always feels like hard work. You have to push yourself, remind yourself, and sometimes even fight with yourself. Waking up early feels heavy. Reading daily feels dull, and staying disciplined feels tight. But the real magic of habits begins when they stop feeling like chores and start becoming part of your lifestyle. Habits become part of who you are. You no longer need to think, decide, or struggle. You simply live them. That is when change becomes permanent. Many fail because they treat habits like short projects. They exercise for a few weeks, then stop. They start saving money, then quit. They plan to read or learn, then abandon it when life gets busy. Why? Because in their mind the habit was never meant to stay. It was only temporary. But real success needs permanence. A habit should not be a guest in your life. It should live there. Once habits sink deep enough to become lifestyle, success flows naturally. Think about brushing your teeth. Buddy debates each morning whether to brush or not. You just do it. It is part of life. In the same way, if you can make waking up early, practicing skills, staying disciplined, focusing on learning part of your daily lifestyle, then success will not feel forced. It will feel natural. When I was young, I struggled with many things. I wanted to build habits. I was not steady. Every time I started something, I would push hard for a few weeks, then stop. It took me years to understand that habits are not about strength. They are about identity. If you only do something for results, you will stop when you get tired or when results take too long. But if you do something because it is who you are, you will never quit. For example, if you say, I want to read books to pass an exam, you may stop after the exam. But if you say, I am a person who learns every day, then reading becomes part of your life forever. That is the difference between habit and lifestyle. Habit is what you do. Lifestyle is who you are. Success happens when habits cross the bridge into lifestyle. This also shows why many people lose progress after success. Someone works hard to lose weight, gets results, and then stops exercising. Slowly they return to their old self. Someone saves money for a goal and then starts wasting again. Someone learns skills to get a job, gets hired, and then stops learning. They treated habits as tools, not as lifestyle. That is why their success did not last. If you want results that stay, you must build habits that stay. Turning habits into lifestyle also saves energy. At the start, making choices is hard. Every morning you debate, should I wake up or sleep? Should I study or rest? Should I exercise or skip? That debate eats your energy. But once the habit becomes lifestyle, there is no debate. You just do it. And because you don't waste energy deciding, you can use that energy to grow, create, and improve. Another strong thing happens when habits become lifestyle. They build identity. People start knowing you for those habits. If you are always disciplined, they call you reliable. If you are always learning, they call you wise. If you are always focused, they trust you with duties. Slowly your habits shape not only your results, but also your name. And reputation is one of the strongest values in life. But let me be honest, making habits your lifestyle is not easy. It takes time and patience. Studies say it can take weeks or months before a new habit feels natural. People quit in this hard period because they expect fast change. But if you keep going, one day you will realize it has become easy. Waking up early no longer feels like punishment. It feels normal. Reading daily no longer feels like effort. It feels natural. That is when you know your lifestyle has shifted. The beauty of turning habits into lifestyle is that growth becomes automatic. You don't need constant motivation because the system is in place. You don't need to fight with yourself daily because the choice is already made. You don't even need to show others because your actions speak louder. When habits become lifestyle, you are not pretending to be successful. You are living success every day. My friends, this is the highest level of change. Don't just build habits, let them build you. Practice discipline, become disciplined. Don't just chase growth, live growth. Once your positive habits become your lifestyle, success is no longer a question of if, it is only a matter of when. And that is the true power of turning habits into lifestyle. My friends, remember this. Success is not built in one day, and it is not broken in one day. It is built by the small things you do daily, and it is lost by the small things you ignore. Habits are the true builders of your future. Discipline is the base. Term vision is the guide. And when habits become lifestyle, success follows naturally. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for luck. Do not wait for someone to come and fix your life. Begin today. Shape your mornings with discipline. Guard your focus. Reflect at night and repeat it daily. Day you will look back and see that these small daily habits have created a life beyond what you imagined. Success is not about luck. It is about being steady. Your habits write your destiny, so choose them with care.